All right, we are back, and this is what, Wednesday, September 30th, chapter 5, it must be. We're a little few in numbers here, but I suspect most of you survived test one. I don't know if we'll survive grading, but we'll try today. So the TAs and I will be doing the grading. Say a little bit about that. This is chapter 5 stereochemistry now. The homework for it will be due on Monday. So you'll have plenty of time for that. We have a few classroom periods here. Test one is handed back in the slots here as normal. Our display case for our class is right across the hall from the lecture hall here. So if you go right out in the main hall, right by the west doors heading out of the building, our display case for our class is right there. Nobody's gone to it yet. We haven't handed back anything yet in those display slots, but it does say Andrus Chem351. You'll be able to find it. That's where your physical test will be handed back to you. We will disinfect them. We'll spray them with the solution, and there'll be some instructions on there. The key won't be posted there. You don't need to linger around there and look at the key or anything. You just go to the slot that corresponds to your name, take out your test, and then disinfect your hands again just to be sure any contamination there. But we're trying to minimize that. But the normalcy part, I think, is having the slots still and handing it back. But the key will be posted on Learning Suite. And we'll get that posted when we come back to that. After we grade, we'll enter the scores, of course, on Learning Suite as normal. If you see the scores there, the exams are probably back in the slots, so you can come and get them, okay? And I think that's how we'll handle that. I'll say more about that on Friday. We'll have the results, of course. I've talked to quite a few people who thought the test went well, but I don't know anything on scores yet. We'll have to grade at this time. I'll say more on Friday about that. All right, let's go on here to stereochemistry. This is a very important topic. It's a very important consequence of tetrahedral carbon. It's kind of unique to carbon, although there are other molecules and other atoms that can have chirality associated with them, or this very detailed idea of stereochemistry. We've already looked at some isomers, and we'll review isomers in a second. This is a subset of stereoisomers in 3 dimensions. Let's look at the outline here for the chapter, and we'll catch your attention a little bit with a variety of molecules, including starch and cellulose. You've heard of those materials. These are polycarbohydrates, right, or complex carbs. Starch comes out of plants, okay? Amylose or amylopectin comes out of rice or potatoes. Very common polycarb. That is food. We digest that. Cellulose there, the woody fibers that come out of plants, cotton fibers and those type of materials, are also polyglucose. It's the same glucose molecule, but it differs in one stereocenter. And this idea of stereochemistry and that stereocenter, that chirality issue, has to do with starch being food and cellulose